Well, as we approach the end of the week here in the crypto market, things are not looking super hot as the crypto market has now entered into a full reset mode. And in today's video, what I want to do is talk about the fact that the crypto market is resetting, exactly what I think it means for crypto as a whole, and what I think is coming in next. So we have a good bit to get into today, but before we do, guys, do not forget that if you want to start trading some crypto yourself today, you can check out the link to BTCC down below. Guys, if you sign up specifically with my link, you're going to get up to $10,000 in bonuses and up to 40% lower trading fees. And if you know trading, you know how good of a deal that is, especially the reduced trading fees. So check out the link down below and let me know what you think. But as I mentioned before, and to just dive straight in, yeah, the crypto market's not looking that hot this week. It doesn't feel like a terrible week. It doesn't feel like a great week. It just feels like a mid-week. But I'll be honest with you, I'll take it after what we just saw, right? What we just saw over the last few weeks was actual euphoria. Not for very long-lasting euphoria, not peak euphoria, but euphoria nonetheless. And following euphoria, as I've talked to you all about recently, following euphoria, you're going to see moments just like this. And oftentimes, I'm going to be honest, they look worse than this. You're usually seeing cryptos down 20, 30%, not down 5, 10, 15%. And so, yes, this is a cool down. Yes, this is a reset, which we'll dive into more in a little bit here, but it's not really that bad. And you'll see what I'm talking about a little bit later on. Now, in addition to the fact that the crypto market's pulling back, one thing that you have to consider as well is that there's not really just been that much news. All of 2025, the crypto market has been reliant on news. If it goes up, it's because of news. If it goes down, it's because of news. Sometimes it goes down because of good news. It doesn't make sense, but it's been very news heavy, news reliant, and it makes a lot of sense, right? A lot of macro political things are happening, geopolitical things are happening, a lot of economic things are happening. I mean, there's a lot going on. So the crypto market's been very reactionary. But on a week like this week, when there's not a lot of news, it's going to cause something like this, which is, okay, we were just in a euphoric phase. Let's maybe cool down and pull back a little bit as the world kind of goes into a reset. So I don't believe it's just crypto resetting. I think the world as a whole is kind of just taking a deep breath this week, and I think it's totally fine. If you go to look at crypto news on Google, there's really just nothing really important has been happening, except for one thing. There's been one thing, and I did actually want to talk about this. I literally almost forgot, but there is one thing that I did want to talk about because I thought it was interesting, especially if you're in the world of DePIN. So what you all know is that in January, I was really excited about the fact that we were finally seeing regulatory clarity coming in the United States, and that we would start to see shifts and changes in the altcoin market as a result of that clarity. Well, something happened this week that no one's really talking about, but I think is important because it starts to show that those regulatory clarifications are actually having impacts on the crypto market. Earlier this week, a company called Republic and Mawari, they actually got their first U.S. node sale license and just available for the United States, which what this means is that Mawari was legally allowed to do a sale on their nodes in the United States. And this is the first time that this has ever happened in the United States with full regulatory clarity. So if you're in the world of DePIN, you know what this means. This means that the DePIN world has almost in some capacity been adopted by the United States and allowed to actually thrive. And we talk about DePIN a good bit here on the channel, not a ton, but enough, right? We talk about Render, we talk about Filecoin, we've talked about Jasmy many times, IOTA many times, Helium many times. And this is a market that's not really picking up quite yet. This isn't one that people are talking about, but it just had a huge thing happen. So in my opinion, on a week like this where not a lot of news is going on, the fact that this flew under the radar is crazy to me because it is exactly what it is. And it's breaking ground in uncharted territory. What you can see is they said in a press release with Crypto Potato Republic, a private investing platform, basically a launch pad, has unveiled a strategic collaboration with Mawari, a company specializing in extended reality and decentralized physical infrastructure network, which is again the DePIN space. Now, what happened is that the partnership will see the first ever license sale for U.S. citizens via Regulation D or Reg D. This is a SEC regulation that provides exemptions from the registration requirements of the Securities Act of 1933. This launch also empowers Republic Runtime Platform, which supports compliant infrastructure and automated reward distribution. So again, this is massive for DePIN. And I guess DePIN's maybe lost a little bit of its sauce recently, but I think it's going to get it back, especially knowing how Render and Jasmy can run out of nowhere at any given point. But I think it's going to get it back just because it's finally allowing, this is big. And again, I just don't think anyone's talking about this, and I don't really understand it. I didn't even see it until someone sent me this over on Twitter the other day, in which Join Republic actually tweeted about the collaboration they had with Mawari. And so, in my opinion, I think this is very big news. I think it's big for Mawari. It's great for Republic, obviously, as the launch pad, but it's even bigger for the DePIN space because it's opened it up. And you've not really seen a huge performance from the DePIN space this week, but I do think they're going to catch up. So that was the one interesting thing that I did see this week. Outside of that, again, there just really wasn't much news, and so as a result of there being a lacking of news, you're going to see something like this where it's just the market's just not really performing all that well. But as I've told you before, I actually think that the market not performing that great this week and resetting is a good thing. And let me tell you why. So jumping over towards the charts, let me just show you what Bitcoin's doing, okay? Because Bitcoin's price is performing better than people are giving it credit for. Because what you got to understand is that Bitcoin just absolutely ran. And when I say ran, I mean it ran. How often do you see the daily RSI for Bitcoin go into the positive territory or the plus 70 territory? I mean, guys, like in the last 2 years, it's happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Only 5 times in the last couple years has Bitcoin been that overextended. Look at its Bollinger Bands. When you pull up the Bollinger Bands, it does not get overextended like this that often. How often do you see Bitcoin's price above the Bollinger Bands? It hasn't done that, guys, since January of 2025. This is the first time it's happened in 8 months. And Bitcoin's price just absolutely took off. It flew from $97,000, damn near straight up over like a month and a half, up to $122,000. And so following a move like that, of course the market's going to have to cool down at some given point. The question always is, when is that going to happen and how long is it going to last? But what you're going to come to realize is that as the market is quote unquote falling, dumping, crashing, whatever you want to call it, it's really just resetting, and it's resetting fast. Because what I want to show you is that as Bitcoin's price is going down, look at what's happening with all of its indicators. The RSI on the 4-hour already back towards the 35 level, very close to that oversold territory, which historically is when Bitcoin will run. The last time Bitcoin's RSI was this low, guys, was right here at 97K before that run. You get what I mean? Look at its Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands fully extended into the bottom side, getting daily or 4-hour closes below the Bollinger Band envelope. Guys, the last time that this happened, guess what? We were back at 105K right before that run. If we go look at the battle signals, when we get these bad boys pulled up, look at this, right? Look at the correction. We had a huge print of bearish signals. The battle signal said, hey, this is too high right now. Warning, warning, warning. And after getting the battle signals, historically, we nuke. We didn't nuke. We're just kind of chilling on a sideways move. It's crazy. Look at what we're seeing on the daily candles. I mean, Bitcoin's RSI is nearly all the way back at a 50. I mean, it ran from a 74 back to nearly a 50 in like 4 days and has only pulled back a couple percentage points. This is a massive reset that's happening with very little price movement. Generally speaking, for Bitcoin's price to really reset like that, it takes something bigger. Look at this. This is a great example. You see how it took this move from 112K all the way down to 100K, a $12,000 move for Bitcoin to correct from this, 77 level all the way down to this 50 level. Look at how much smaller this move has been to create a very similar result. These are the things people don't focus on, but these are the things people should be looking at. Because in a week like this week, where things are cooling down after a very euphoric period, we're seeing a massive reset here in the crypto market. Now, to zoom out of the charts itself and to look at what's happening from more of a liquidation perspective, look at this, guys. I mean, that voice crack was nutty, but look at this. Look what we're seeing. It's ridiculous. Do you remember how about maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I can't really remember, but about 2 weeks ago, we saw liquidations to the downside about 10 times bigger than liquidations to the upside? Well, over the last couple of days, as Bitcoin's price has just gently pulled back a little bit, we've seen liquidations on the 1-day and the 7-day lean in favor of the upside. And if you don't know what this means, all it means is that there are now more liquidations that will happen if the market goes up than if it goes down. And the crypto market has a history of going in the direction of the most liquidations. And so seeing that on the daily and the 7-day, the liquidations have leaned in the favor of the upside, it means that the likelihood that Bitcoin's price and the crypto market as a whole pulling back towards the upside is going up dramatically, and is going up extremely fast, faster than I've seen in a very long time. Look at the 30-day. It is still weighted towards the downside, so this could last a little bit longer. Bitcoin could go back down to $110,000. That's well within the realm of possibility. But if that happens, this thing will nearly be completely reset. I would assume that the 30-day would also be leaning in favor of an upside move, and all of Bitcoin's daily and hourly indicators would be showing signs of full overextension to the downside. And so while everyone's freaking out right now, they're like, oh, the run's over, we're out of the banana zone, womp, 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 womp. I'm looking at this more in the sense of like, holy crap, we are resetting, and we're resetting fast. Now, don't get me wrong. Does this mean that Bitcoin's guaranteed to go back up? No, hell no. And nothing. I mean, nothing can guarantee that Bitcoin's going to continue to go up. There are no guarantees. If there's some sort of World War III that happens right now, of course Bitcoin's going to just absolutely nuke. Duh. But the truth is that we can only see what we see, right? I can't see into the future. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But what I can see is what I see right now. And what I see right now is that every single $1,000 that Bitcoin's price falls, the more and more it is harshly overcorrecting to the downside. And history shows that when Bitcoin can reset, and it can reset this fast, the likelihood of it being able to rally and return and start giving us some gains, giving us some growth, the likelihood, it just goes up dramatically. So what am I doing right now? Well, I'm probably in a spot right now where I'm probably going to use this dip. Right? I have a whole bunch of profit that we took. I mean, let's go look at the buy sell bubble sheet. We took a ton of profits off the table when Bitcoin hit 120K, 118K. We're a little bit below that now. So I have some cash readily available if I do want to use it. Maybe not right now, but yeah, look, if Bitcoin's price can come back down and it starts matching that previous high, right? Like if it comes back down to say this previous resistance right here, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I might start putting a little cash right back in. I might start reinvesting if Bitcoin can get back down to 111K, because the likelihood of this bad boy being able to flip some resistance into support and continue upwards is going up dramatically. Again, not guaranteed, but much, much, much more possible because of how much we're seeing it reset. And I'm actually under the belief that if Bitcoin's price can do that, if we can see Bitcoin's price rally, it's only going to make the rally for altcoins continue. Because if you look at, say, Bitcoin dominance is still trending downwards, right? Altcoins are still outperforming Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin can rally, altcoins should rally, especially considering the fact that they are trending downwards. We saw the altcoin market lose, of course, or I guess Bitcoin dominance, but Bitcoin dominance lost the golden zone and is now fully Fibonacci extending to the downside. This is a real downtrend for Bitcoin dominance until it's not. And as of right now, we have now seen lower lows, and we're probably set to set lower highs as well. And it would be shocking to me if the altcoin market over the rest of this year can't continue to perform exceptionally well in comparison to Bitcoin. And what that would imply is, again, that if Bitcoin's price is resetting really harshly and if it's resetting very quickly, the altcoin market should be as well, which should open up the door for a move back upwards for everything and everyone when the time is right. The sucky part about it is that we're in a pretty crappy month, right? August is a mid-month. September is a really bad month for crypto. So it wouldn't shock me if we do see this take a while. I'm not saying, again, that it's going to happen right now, but what I am saying is that even if we do go sideways throughout the month of September, I think we're still in a position where we can absolutely see this crypto market rally. And I see no reason as to why this has to be the end of the run. I know a lot of people on Twitter are saying this is the end of the run, the bull market's over, blah, blah, blah. I just don't understand why you would say that. I don't understand why the crypto market will rally throughout summertime and you just assume that that's it after this move. I don't get it. I mean, it's your prerogative. Say what you're going to say. But again, I just personally am more on board with the idea that, listen, Bitcoin is resetting so fast. I mean, it's so fast. And in my opinion, this could be the very thing that opens that door up, that even if it does take a couple weeks, we can start to see this market really run again, and there can be more gains. So what is Tyler doing? Tyler's going in, and I'm taking some profits consistently off the table on the highs. I'm going to reinvest some of my profits back into Bitcoin and back into my altcoins when we do see some of these lower levels. And I am expecting and assuming that if we do continue lower, the lower we get, the likelihood that we do reverse is going to go up dramatically. And so, of course, I'll keep you updated as all this does play out. But I think people should take a much closer look at this before freaking out. Because I see it on Twitter. Twitter's annoying in general, but I see it on Twitter. Everyone's like, oh, the run's over. This is it for the next few months, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, we're resetting, and we're resetting extremely fast. And that's something that everyone needs to be paying attention to. Because if you follow me on Instagram, you know all of these updates I posted yesterday on Doge, XLM, Solana, XRP were all about this. I told you, listen, if you go look at what Doge is doing right now, look at this. Look at this. Watch this on the 4-hour. Look at this. Higher low, lower low. Look at that bullish divergence on Doge. Let's go look at XRP. Look at XRP, guys. Watch this. Let it pull up. Give me a second. Look at that. The 4-hour RSI on XRP just nuked to the 29 level over this little bitty move for what? I don't know. But it did. Look at Solana's, guys. Look at Swee's, guys. I mean, all of these indicators are resetting so damn fast. And it tells me again that the likelihood of these cryptos being able to make a return and find some support and continue upwards is dramatically increasing, bar the news. Again, if bad news comes out that wrecks the economy or wrecks the world, screw everything I'm saying right now. It's news over technical analysis every single day. But the reality is, again, we can't predict the news. We We can't predict technical analysis. And what I'm seeing is a very, very good sign that this doesn't have to be the end of the run and that this is just a reset. This is not the end. And I hope you guys understand that. And so I'll keep you updated as this all does play out. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below and let me know more what you're doing. Do you think it's going to run? And if you do think it's going to run, are you holding? Are you buying? What are you doing? What are you doing as a result of your opinion on the market right now? I'd love to know that. And guys, don't forget, just yesterday we did release Tyler Hill's crypto playbook, which is a resource that you all can go download completely for free. Enter in your information. I'll send you an email with the link to the crypto playbook and has like hours worth of content on it completely for free. That'll teach you all of the stuff that I'm talking about in this video if you got confused about anything. Everything I talked about today is in the crypto playbook. So feel free to go check that out. And don't forget again to go follow me on Instagram if you do want extra updates from me every single day. But of course, I hope you guys did enjoy today's quick update. I hope you're ready for the weekend and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.